Everybody, how you doing? This is Armijo with ChatArmijoCoaching.com, and just a little different video today. I used to do a lot of these long-form videos. I did a lot last year, over 100 actually. So I need to get back to this. I've been wanting to get back to this type of medium where I can kind of express a little bit more, get a little bit more ideas across. And I've been challenging myself through Instagram, just kind of doing the short affirmations daily, which worked out great, but I really miss having these videos that cause discussion, cause a little bit of feedback, and maybe cause people to think a little bit more outside the box. So it's just a beautiful day here in the neighborhood, and we're supposedly have some snow coming, which sounds crazy, but we do live in the mountains, so we're a little lucky in that aspect. So I just want to talk today just a little bit about what is going on in this world. As you know, we're in the middle of a pandemic. We've got everything upheavaled with our politics and our political system. We've got people angry. We've got people scared out of their mind. We have all these things that are seemingly negative. Now, for those of you who've already started following and are well aware of what's happening, we are in the transition of what is called the Great Awakening. So the Great Awakening is it's our ability, it's our time where our planet and our people, the beings on this planet, can ascend to a greater density. There's a really great book called The Law of One, and other books by Dolores Cannon, which involve very deep QTHP hypnotherapy. So you're getting a little bit deeper into the subconscious mind. You're going beyond just what we would call our plane of existence, and we're tapping into more. I know this sounds crazy, but it is. Those of us that are listening to this now, you're probably already aware that, this is not, what we see is not all we get. So there's a lot more to this universe, to this life, than what we see in front of us. And I've been noticing some very interesting things happen, especially during this pandemic. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I really just love the entertainment value that some of these creators and the creativity that they put forth, that they produce, is just fantastic. So one of my favorite things to do is kind of watch these different videos on these ghost hunters and these people that search for cryptids like Bigfoot or whatever it is. And some of you might find that cheesy, that's fine. But what we realize is that during this transition, during this Great Awakening, the veil between our reality and other realities is thinning. So Einstein once said that we don't live in a universe, we live in a multiverse. So there are multiple universes. And if you were to think of space as a grid, and all of our planets there, and before I get too deep in this, the basic way to think of it is space is a grid. So Earth, there are unlimited Earths, there are unlimited versions of you and me, and we're all playing out different scenarios all at the same time. And so that's the easiest way to put this without getting too detailed. And so what happens is, as this transition happens, the density between the third dimension and fifth dimension happen. We kind of skip the fourth dimension. I never understood why. I'm still reading, trying to figure out more about that. But we go from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. We see that the veil between these dimensions is thinning. And so what that means is people are able to see more. Typically, we see a very small percentage of light spectrum, visible light spectrum to our eyes. And as this veil thins, we are able to see more of this spectrum. And of course, technology helps with that as well. But I've been noticing that, I grew up watching ghost hunters and all these different ghost adventures guys, and just wondering if there's more to this life. Is there more to this life? And of course there is. But what I notice is that today these younger generation ghost hunters, or whatever you want to call them, cryptid hunters, or call them conspiracy theories, whatever you want to call them, they're finding better and more. So they're finding proof. They're finding proof basically in a different way. So they're getting full pictures of these things, and all of this has to do with the veil thinning. And now, when this veil thins, it actually gives us more access, more ability to put forth our desires. So right now, it seems like, for many of us, it seems like the world is on hold, and there's no timeline of when we can come back for that. Now, the problem is that I've seen is that people have stopped asking questions. Not a lot. Not everybody. There's still those of us out there that are constantly asking questions, but the majority of the population seems to be acquiescing just to everything. They're giving their silent consent to whatever happens, and these people are without jobs, and it's really a lot of turmoil that doesn't need to be. We need to question things. We need to question what's happening on this planet. We need to question that our ability to take back control. We need to understand that we are the masses. And so when we can come together with a focused and united purpose, then things can change. Now, what has happened over the last few years, and this has been happening over quite a few years, is that we have been divided more and more and more. So political beliefs have left people divided. Pretty much anything on the media is leaving people divided, and people are no longer able to have thoughtful conversation. Instead, they go right to emotion. And so when they go to emotion, all of their ability to converse on a normal level, we'll say on a personal level, gets thrown out the window, because they go right to emotion, where they're angry, where they're fired up, and where they want to, they just want to argue. And so there's nothing beneficial that can come out of that. And so in essence, what that does is it is separating us. It's effectively separating us, and taking the ability for us to overcome these things as one cohesive group. It takes that away from us. Those of us who are still here and are coming together with a purpose, a focused purpose on bettering this planet, on helping this planet transition as smoothly as possible, we will see success. But unfortunately, we're going to have to watch our friends, our family, some of our neighbors, these people struggle. And I myself, I've had trouble throughout this process, because I've felt so confused, and so I'm very empath oriented, and I see these people, I feel their pain, I see their fear in their eyes, and it's been hard for me to kind of move past that. I've tried to help them, but of course we can't get others to think the way we want them to. All those decisions are up to them. And so what I ask you to do is, if you have somebody that's in your family that's scared, that's worried, that may be taking things a little bit drastic or overboard to the point that it's interrupted their lives, their normal flow of lives, then I would just suggest talking to that person. Don't force any beliefs on them, but just to engage them in conversation, just to ask them how they're feeling, what their worries are, what their concerns are, and how they think, how they can come back to some sort of normalcy in their lives. And so if we can do that, we can try to get people gradually back to some type of normalcy where they feel comfortable enough to begin thinking critically on their own, then we can begin to make change. Okay? So we don't want to go out and try to force people to do things, because that's never going to work. We're just going to get pushed back, right? So if we can educate through empathy and to really help people come to terms with where they are and where they want to be, then we can get some results. So all of you light workers out there, I thank you for watching, and share this with friends and family if you need to. If you'd like to, hit that thumbs up, subscribe button below. And once again, chattermeocoaching.com. Stay tuned. This format is going to come back. I really enjoy these longer videos, and being able to share more information and talk topics with you. So thanks again. See you soon.